What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Mana today, Decentraland. It's the native token on Decentraland. You use Mana to buy land, Land. Land itself is its own token, but you don't trade it in US dollars, you trade it in Mana. And every time you buy land, you get a parcel or however many parcels of land in the Decentraland metaverse, and your mana tokens burn. They get destroyed. They're gone forever. So this thing is deflationary in nature. I was actually trying to figure out, I don't know if this total supply represents all the mana that's out there or if this represents it. I mean, obviously this is the circulating supply, but I've seen it on CoinGecko where things will get burned, but then the total supply stays the same, even though the total supply would technically be the circulating supply because there's like an amount that got burned. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but long story short, I don't know if there's any that's locked up still. It does say that some went to the foundation, some is in the vesting contract, and some went to the DAO, the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, as well, but not a whole lot. So if there is more being released through staking or through whatever, through the DAO, through people who are like from the original foundation itself, it's not a whole lot that's kept out of the circulating supply. I'm just curious. Again, the whole reason I'm bringing this up is I don't know if this is the number that includes all the mana that's been burned so far, or if this is the number. Because every time, again, that you buy land in Decentraland, mana gets destroyed. It just goes. It basically gets exchanged, and that mana is no longer in existence. So, anyways, without any further ado, so let's actually get into the TA of it all. Looking on the daily RSI, man, this is so bullish, so strong, so very strong. Like you are not showing any weakness at all. You can't even get to your 40 level, man. Like that's very awesome to see. A lot of time spent above. Like if we put a line, right, because this goes from 0 to 100, so the 50 is literally right in the middle of this indicator. If we put a line, come on now, I'm trying to get it right there, right at the 50. Oh, dang it. Let me see. Can I can't extend you, can I? Damn. This was a ray. I didn't mean for it to be a ray. I wanted it to be. It was so perfect. I'm not going to get it on there again, so that's okay. Oh, maybe. Right there. Okay, perfect. You can see that we've spent very little time below the 50. Most of the time has been in the stronger posturings, and even then also above the 60 in the bullish area of control and the overbought zone. We spent a lot of time up here. We might go down to this oversold zone. We might. We'll probably have a positive reaction. I doubt we see a dip this low or a dip this low whenever we get into it. It would probably be something a little more shallow if we got into it at all, or maybe a bounce right off it. And some cryptos have even been seeing bounces above the oversold zone. It's so bullish that it can't even get to the oversold zone. So be on the watch for that. We might just go up from here. There's other things to look at besides this, but this is the 4-hour chart. I thought I was on the daily chart, but still, this is a pretty bullish looking 4-hour chart. On the daily, very overbought for quite a while, but bullish, man. Very, very, very bullish. You do not have bearish divergence. I wouldn't call it bearish divergence, but you have like a kind of triple top formation. Again, with this look, you might come down, which would then lead me to believe that, yeah, sure, maybe on your 4-hour you do actually see this oversold zone come into play, but it won't be by that much, right? You're at 41 cents now. Maybe mana goes down to 38.5 cents, maybe about 39 cents, something like that, and then continues moving higher. I do think it will continue moving higher. If it was to find resistance here, that wouldn't be too crazy. Wouldn't be too crazy. Let's see. Top to bottom here. Yeah, you're at your 382. You're like right at it, but I don't know, man. That was a pretty big wick to the upside. We were at a high of 44 cents. We're at 41 cents right now. Looking at the daily, I mean, you're right at your 382, man. You've broken above it. You closed above it. You had a day open and close above it. If we can continue to build higher, as long as we don't close below this 382. If we close below the 382 today, maybe we do drop about 2 cents, something like that. From the current price. If we close below it, I guess it'd be maybe like a 1.5 cent away from the close that we would go to. But if not, we might be moving up right now to break through this high and then go to the next level, which on a weekly basis, I mean, I guess would be, yeah, right at the 618 there at about 54 cents to 58.8 cents, 54 to 59 cents, let's say, somewhere in the sweet spot there. And with how this is postured, man, it could really go up a lot. Ooh, You know, also, looking at it right now, it is possible, I suppose, that we could be in some kind of head and shoulders pattern, and at which case that would lead me to believe that mana could go all the way down to 33 cents. Is there anything else that lines up with that? Top to bottom. Your 618, it's right in that area. Yeah, you could go maybe down to 32 cents even. You could, sure. Proper head and shoulders could take you down to about 31 cents. Yeah. That would be completely possible. I don't know. Let's see. On the weekly, if you had a red week here, if you had a red week, you would be rejecting the bullish area of control, which wouldn't necessarily be a good thing. So watch for that. Let's see if we have a red week or not. We got 4 days, 20 hours left. Let's see, because my original not so bearish calls might be proven wrong. Maybe we do move down. We've been overbought for a while. Volume is declining. Let's go on the USDT on Binance here. Yeah, volume's declining. Been overbought for a while. To cool off wouldn't be too crazy, and you know, from bottom to top to go to your 618 wouldn't be insane either, especially because it would give you this like same low as over here, which would be your left shoulder. You form your right shoulder, continue to move up. Though I will say the volume itself throughout this, if this were to be an inverse head and shoulders pattern technically, right, assuming that we were to do something like that, the volume profile is wrong. But I've seen head and shoulders patterns, inverse head and shoulders patterns work out with wrong volume profiles, but I don't know. I am still kind of leaning to the idea that we do just continue higher from here. So look for that. I suppose that'll be confirmed once we have a day that closes above here, especially if we can continue to close above this overall 382 we have from the most recent low to this high. Come on now. Oh, wait, that's not it. I'm sorry. I thought that was the 382. This is the 382 that we're at from this top to this bottom here. Yeah. As long as we close above this or not below it, I would think that more upside is coming. And I would look really to close above this 44.26 cent area. If we can close above that, it's on to about 54 to 59 cents. Again, somewhere around there, if not higher, potentially higher. So definitely critical days are upon us. Yes, we are overbought. Yes, we've had a dramatically bullish move already, but we can continue to move higher. We could, you know, today close red, the next day move up here, and then just continue to like stair step like this. You know, we could have the RSI cool off while moving higher still. So, but who says that it has to cool off? It could go higher than it is now. But definitely be prepared and be aware of the potential bearish side. You know, I want to see this thing go up. I'm pretty heavily invested in this. Me and my family are, and I expect great things for it. But it's looking like it wants to go up. There's not a whole lot of volume, which is the one thing that's kind of holding me back. I mean, relative to the times, it's decent. It is above average. Scratching my head on this one for sure. You're at an area that wouldn't be crazy to reject from, right? You have this overall formation that could be like a inverse head and shoulders. I keep going back and forth, man. I don't know. If I had to put money on it, and I do have money on it, I would say that I think it goes up higher, probably just continues to march, and then you'll finish off with a more like dramatic move. Like as you're doing this all the way up, and then you get your like up, that'll be your sign that it's the end. It probably won't go up this high. It would probably go again somewhere around here. But as you see a move like that, that would probably signal the end of this upside. So I think I've said everything I want to say. I don't think I have anything else I want to add. Yeah, 4 hour does look bullish, but it has the potential to be bearish very quickly. Daily looks very strong, very bullish, but a cool down isn't to be frowned upon. You know, it maybe even expected, I should say. I don't know, man. I would think you go up a little higher. Like, if you go lower from here, I wouldn't think you go too much lower. You have one more move up, and then you'll probably see a more significant move down. But if I'm wrong, the low to watch for would be somewhere around, I mean, anywhere from about 30.5 cents to 34 cents, let's call it, somewhere in that area. Anyways. A little bit all over the place, not too concise with what I think is going to happen with this thing. That's just because we're kind of at a critical area, right? I would like to see it go higher, but at the same time, it wouldn't be crazy at all to just see this move come back down. So before I keep repeating myself, that's all I got for you guys. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Regardless of what happens, I think Mana's going to do phenomenal things in the coming bull market. It's at 41 cents right now. Watch it go to $100 by the end of this bull market. That's not a joke. That's not a gotcha, grab you kind of scenario. Like, that's very realistic, legitimate price predictions and targets that I've laid out in plenty of videos before this. So just a little checkup, a little checky poo on Mana to see how it's doing. It looks good, but we'll see how it goes from here. A red close to this week would be pretty condemning that we do go back down to that 30 to 32 cent area. And getting above this day would be pretty condemning that we're going to go higher, above 44.26 cents. Get a day to close above that. That'd be very significant. So with that, I leave you. Take care. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. And that's all I got for you guys. Peace.